Welcome to Inner Power Moments, a podcast that elevates your power, purpose, and potential.
Welcome to Inner Power Moment. I am your host, Valerie Malone, and I'm so excited that you're here with me today. Today's topic is very important to me, and I love this topic because it took me a long time to get this topic conquered, which is work-life balance. Now, we always talk about work-life balance. People are talking about work-life balance. What does that look like for you? What does that look like for you? What I do is that on my Wednesday episodes, I bring experts that from all walks of life. I bring a lot of entrepreneurs. I bring people that are having a business of their own and also have family, or I have people that are working for big companies but have their family. So one of the biggest questions that a lot of people have is that work-life balance. How can I get that in control to have a balance in my personal life as well as on my professional life? And I've been an entrepreneur all my life. All my life, I've been an entrepreneur. I've been working for myself. So for me, that was the biggest thing that I had to learn on how to balance. And when I talk about work-life balance with a lot of expert, with a lot of people that are having multiple companies and multiple businesses, they sometimes say, well, there's no such thing as work-life balance. I actually disagree with that because there is. There is something as work life balance. But what will happen is that we tend to either go to our personal life more and we feel bad about because we're lacking our business, or we focus on our business so much that we lacking our personal life. So for me, story to tell you, I was a single mom in a very young age. And I also wanted to be entrepreneur. For me to learn the work-life balance was very, very important because I have two kids that are young, and yet at the same time, I wanted to make money and support them and have a successful business. So I really wanted to figure this out. And I talked to a lot of people and they were like, yeah, don't worry about it. You know, work-life balance doesn't exist. You have to work this many hours. You have to sacrifice something for something else. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true. You're not supposed to sacrifice in life, especially when it comes to your own well-being. Never, never sacrifice your well being for anything because it's not worth it. You know, we work so hard to be healthy. We work so hard to live a longevity. We work so hard to live longer. So if you are sacrificing your well being for work, then what's the purpose of all of that, right? It doesn't make no sense. But it's very important to learn. You might not going to be 100% getting it, work life balance. But even if you can conquer 90% of it, then you're a winner. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Why it's so important to have a work life balance and learn what do you need to do. And by the way, some of the people that are having problem with work-life balance is that I always tell you guys, when we do something, most of the time is not intentional. Most of the time we're doing it because we don't know. We're so busy, especially in today's society with technology, with social media, with being an entrepreneur and being a parents and being a partner. All of that can be a lot, right? A lot. So now think about it that we hear all this stuff that we're supposed to exercise, we're supposed to eat healthy, we're supposed to drink water, we're supposed to get a good sleep, we're supposed to be successful in our business, we're supposed to be a good parents, we're supposed to have a better relationship. That itself is a lot of information in very little time for everyday life. So keep that in mind if you're one of those people that are a little bit overwhelmed right now and you're saying to yourself, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm working on my business, but my personal life is not working, or I am working on my personal life, but my work life is not working. And that's okay to have that feeling. But the first key in order for you to learn how to conquer work balance life is to recognize it. Is to recognize it and say to yourself, okay, either I'm working too much, I'm becoming workaholic, and I'm avoiding my personal life, my things that makes me happy, or I'm too relaxed and I'm taking care of myself and I'm in my personal life, I'm taking care of my relationship, I'm taking care of my kids, I'm taking care of my family and all of that, but my business is I'm feel like I'm lacking and I'm not progressing in my business. So either or, the first step is to recognize that there is no balance in there. And again, we're not going to go for 100%. Don't stress yourself that you have to be 100% balanced all the time, every time. That's never going to happen. But if you can get most of the time 5 days out of seven days a week, then guess what? You are a winner. Okay. One of the things that you have to realize, prioritize like you are the CEO of your life. When it comes to work life balance, you are the CEO of your business. Then now you have to be the CEO of your personal life. When you can think of it that way, then you're going to separate the impact of being busy at work, or because you think that it's urgent, it doesn't mean it's important. In life, we say something is urgent, but it doesn't mean it's important. A lot of time, what you do is that you make a list of to-do lists, and we go through that. And when we go through that, we think that, oh, we're proactive and we're getting results from that. Not necessarily. Just because you have a to-do list, and a lot of time we can't even finish the to-do list because there's so much stuff on the to-do list, and you keep checking them off and you're getting exhausted. But you're seeing some progress, not other. And I've seen a lot of people taking one day to-do list and separating and putting it to the next one because they can't finish that. So in order to have some balance, prioritize your personal life and think of it, if you are the CEO of your personal life, which you are, how would you prioritize your task in your personal life? Okay? How would you prioritize that? Think like CEO, because a lot of you are very successful in your business. You're influencers, you're entrepreneurs, you're doing really good with your life, with your work. But unfortunately, you're not looking at your life just as important as your business. Your life is just as important. Your personal life is just as important as your professional life. So if you're CEO of your professional life, then you must be CEO of your personal life. And what do a CEO do? We prioritize. We don't just do things, we prioritize. Not because it's urgent, we have to see if it's important, okay? When you write down the list of what you need to do today, so then you gotta say to yourself, let me prioritize it. Which one is important in order for me to get done, okay? So some stuffs are like important, some stuffs are, I don't know. It's not really that important. I can do it 2 days from now, I can do it a week from now. That's how I teach my clients to do to the do list. Brain dump it the night before and say to yourself, okay, these are the things that I want to get done. One sheet is for your work and the other one is for your personal life. And from those two, when you get up in the morning before you go to work, you look at it again, whether you're doing it on your phone, whether you're writing it down. I like to write stuff down because it calms my mind down. Before I go to sleep, I do write down all the stuff that I need to do the next day. And then I look at it in the morning with a fresh eye and I say to myself, okay, this thing is priority. It must be done today. This email must be sent today. This thing needs to be recorded today. This thing needs to be published today. So those are the things that I see what is the first priority, and I assign that to my team and I tell them must be done today. Now the rest of the stuff, if we have a time, we'll do it. If not, we can do, how long do we have for that thing? Can we afford to have a day? Can we afford to have a week? And then we analyze that. Once we analyze that, then based on that, we again separate it and prioritize what's first and what's not. Now, in here, I'm talking about more about your personal life, because when it comes to business, obviously, we're more eager because we want to see result, because we want to make money. We're more focused on work than our personal life. When it comes to personal life, we negotiate. We say like, okay, well, this is the list. You know what? If I do it, I do it. If I don't, that's okay. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month. And that is what's causing you not to have a work-life balance, because you have a flexibility, because you can, it's not important to you. It's not important to you. So you say to yourself, okay, I'll do this tomorrow. So when you have that, then the second step is to set up non-negotiable boundaries. Okay? Set up non-negotiable boundaries when it comes to your personal life. Why is that important? Well, now you have a list, right? So on your list, I could tell you most of the people, what they have is like, and I've talked to a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of successful people. The first thing that they have is like, I get up in the morning, I exercise, I meditate, I read for a little bit, or I write for a little bit, whatever that may be. And then they start going to work. Okay? So what does the personal life look like? Personal life list look like? Okay, you did something in the morning for yourself, then now it's your family, right? You have to spend some time with your family. You have to spend time with your partner. You have to attend these birthday that is coming, wedding that's coming, what is coming, vacations that's coming. All these stuff is in there. And then a lot of time we say yes to everything. Why? Because we want people to like us. We want people to be like, okay, you attend my wedding, you attend my birthday, you attend whatever. But not necessarily. This is why it's so important to set up no negotiable boundaries. Like you don't have to go to every birthday. If you feel like your life is too much for you right now, and you're missing your exercise, you're missing your meditation, you're missing spending time with yourself, you're missing spending time with your family, and it's okay to say no. That's okay. That's actually healthy for you. And people understand it. It doesn't have to be, you have to every time attend after school program for your kids. I know some people say that, oh, I attend everything. That's okay if you say no to that because you're working and you're also prioritizing your personal life list over here. So once you have no negotiable boundaries when it comes to your personal life, then that list also will become easy. Or if somebody wants to have a cup of coffee with you today and you feel like, yeah, I'm so busy, I can't do it, it's okay to say no. So it's very important to have no negotiable list, no negotiable boundary on the list, on my personal life list. So what I do is that I say to myself, okay, one of the things that is not negotiable, I need to spend some time with my soul. And this is when it comes to work-life balance, it may sound a little bit strange, but it's not. Because in the end of the day, our well-being is the most important thing. I don't want to just make a list and say, I gotta exercise, I gotta meditate, I gotta do this. No, I really truly wanted to spend some time with myself, with my soul, to nourish my soul. So whether that is a meditation, whether I do that when I go for a walk, whether I do that just by sitting doing nothing, whether I do that by sitting outside, whatever it is, that is not negotiable. I must do that every single day. I do that every single day, whether I have to get up early in the morning or whether I have to sleep late at night. That is not negotiable. So if there's something that is not important to me or urgent, I will say no to that to make sure I have that. And I will do that majority of the time, 7 days a week. Now, once in a while, if something emergency happen, if I don't do it, that's fine. But I make sure that is included in my list all the time and every time to take care of my soul, to spend some time with my soul and understand my feeling, my emotions, my thoughts. I want to be alone with my thoughts. It's not something that I have to do that, oh my God, I got to live long. I got to look skinny. I got to do this. I got to look good. No, that's just me. It's just my comfort zone. It's my home. It's my happiness. It's my joy. And when I do that, whether it's a 5 minutes a day or whether it's a 10 minutes a day, I know that I did something good for myself. So that's something you should have in your list. What is that one thing that you want to do that is for you? That is really, really for you, that makes you happy. Don't think about exercise that I have to look good or lose weight, or don't think about I have to journal, or I have to do gratitude, I have to meditate because I have to do, because it's a trend, because everybody's talking about it. It's good for your health. Yes, true. But what is that one thing that you have to do every single day, regardless of how busy you are with your work, that makes you feel good about yourself? It doesn't have to be meditation. It could be, I'm going to eat this bowl of ice cream. I'm going to have my favorite meal. I'm going to binge watch my show. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be, because a lot of people talk about meditation all the time, exercise all the time. I hear it so many times. It's great. But your soul doesn't really care about things like that. In order to make our soul happy, we must do something comforting, something that you like, something that is you. What is that thing? What is that thing that you like? So to create a work-life balance, that thing should always be there, because once you do that, then you're going to function and work very, very well. You're not going to get overwhelmed. You're not going to be like all the time working, becoming workaholic, or you're not doing everything for everybody else but yourself. So for me, the non-negotiable one thing is that I spend some time with myself every single day. So you can tell me what your is. What is your thing that you have to put every single day in your list and say to yourself, this is what I'm going to do today because it makes me happy. It is making me happy. And then The next thing comes in, right? Then other people come in. Then you have to prioritize that. What is that? What is after you? What is the next person that needs your attention? That could be your kids, that could be your partner, that could be your family, that could be your friends. Then that's how you categorize it. What's setting boundaries? So once you look at your list and say to yourself, okay, I took care of myself, I did something for myself, that I actually spent some time with my soul and I'm actually comfortable with myself. Then after that, what is the second priority? Second priority is my kids. I need to spend some time with my kids. So if somebody says to you, let's go for a cup of coffee, and you're like, well, I actually wanted to, I haven't seen my kids in a while. I need to spend time. You can say no to that coffee. That's okay. You have to say no to that coffee in order to make sure that the priority is done over here. And most importantly, in your romantic relationship, being in a healthy relationship, it requires us to communicate with our partner, spend time with our partner, get to know our partner, and do things not always talking about work, not always talking about bills, not always talking about kids. We have to spend some time with each other. So when is that priority? Is it before your kids? Is it after your kids? Is it before your family, after your family? And then you have to get that done every single day. So if somebody says that, hey, I'm having a party next week, this, and you haven't spent time with your partner, you have to say, no, I can't come to your party because I have something to do. And that is you spending time with your partner, because to you, that's most important. So when it comes to work-life balance, we have to take care of our personal life first before our work. Because once this is happy, once this is done, once you're happy, your work will see that much result. Because I'm telling you, I see so many people and they keep saying to me, oh no, I'm a workaholic. I don't have time for this. Or they're like exhausting themselves with the kids, with the partner, with everything. And then they go in bed at nighttime exhausted and saying to themselves, oh, I don't know, I'm so tired. And days after days after days after days, it just not gonna happen. And that, my dear, what causes stress, causes anxiety, causes like all side of sickness. Because in life, we don't prioritize our life. We just go because we want to be proactive. We want to get stuff done. But if that stuff matters, that stuff is that important, that is affecting your well-being, that's something you should really, really think about when it comes to work-life balance. And then the other thing is that a lot of people always think that I have to do more and more and more, especially over here. I know a lot of you are a mom or female listening to this. As a female, we do this. We wear all kind of hats, right? We wear all kind of hats. We wear a mother, we're a wife, we're a daughter, we're boss, and we're a role model to our surrounding people. And that itself can cause a lot of unbalance when it comes to work and personal life. So notice that if you're wearing too many hats, doing more and more and more for other people doesn't necessarily means that it's a good thing. It's a good thing for those people, but not for you. So that's what goes back to the non-negotiable boundaries that you say to yourself is that, okay, I love my kids, I love my friends, I love my family, I love my coworkers, I love my business, but I love myself more. I love myself. I don't need to do too much. You don't have to do everything. Divide the work to other people. It's very important to divide the work to other people. If you have a business, make sure your workers doing that work so you don't have to get overwhelmed. If an entrepreneur comes and tells me that I work all the time, besides the position that they have as a boss, then you're not running a good business because you're doing everybody else's job. And the same thing when it comes to your personal life. If you're always busy wearing all these hats and you're doing things for everybody else and not for yourself, it's really not flattering, right? Because you're putting yourself second, you're putting everybody else first. So you need to divide this responsibility. You divide it to your kids, you divide it to your partner, you divide it to your family. They have to take some part as well in order for you to have balance. So if you're a person think that you don't have work-life balance conquered, these are the steps that you have to take in order to get some sanity back to your life. Because life is busy. Time passes. You matters. Your happiness, your health, your peace of mind is priceless. You got to put that first. That is a priority. Put that first. Nothing else after that matters. It matters to a certain point, but not to the point that you have to sacrifice your health, sacrifice your happiness, sacrifice your joy, sacrifice your peace of mind for someone or something. And like I said, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a team. They're working with me. I make money. I love my job. But at the same time, I love myself first. So if anybody tells you there's no such thing as a work-life balance, those people don't have a balance in their life. And that's why they're saying that they're putting either their job first or everybody else first before themselves. Because if I do one thing that I like every single day, then the rest of the time goes smooth. So this is my strategy when it comes to work-life balance. Apply it in your life. Hopefully it works for you. But if you want to listen or hear from me and any other topics that is not going well in your life, I'd be more than happy to make a episode. Let me know. Leave a comment. And then if you feel like if somebody needs to hear this, make sure that you share, like, and leave a comment. Thank you so much for listening. Till next time, have an amazing day.